Hello, my name is Bernard Quesada, and on behalf of our teachers and staff, I would like to welcome you to the 129th commencement of Middletown High School. To our parents and families, thank you for giving our school overwhelming support and preparing these graduates to move on to the next chapter of their lives. Today is your celebration. To our teachers, coaches, and staff, thank you for making a difference in these students' lives. You are there for them every day, not just to teach, but also to share in their joys and sorrows. Today is your celebration. To the class of 2020, character is revealed in how we respond to this life's challenges. So thank you for your leadership and your example for the rest of our student body. Today is your celebration. And for our entire Middletown community, no matter where you're watching this, today is our celebration. Please join me in recognizing the following members of the Frederick County Board of Education. President, Mr. Brad W. Young. Vice President, Mr. Jay Mason. Members, Ms. Liz Barrett, Mr. Michael Boninsky, Ms. Ray Gallagher, Dr. Lois Jarman, Ms. Karen Yoho, and Mr. Malachi Macon, student member of the board. Also, please welcome Dr. Teresa Albin, Superintendent of Frederick County Public Schools, Dr. Mike Marco, Deputy Superintendent of Frederick County Public Schools, Dr. Jamie Oliveto, Executive Director of System Accountability and School Administration, and Ms. Kathleen Chappelle, Instructional Director of High Schools. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Laura Dodson, who will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
One of the great joys of being in Middletown every day is hearing our talented musicians. At this time, please welcome Mr. Jacob Daniels, who will perform the song "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every chance I'm taking, every move I make feels lost in no direction. My faith is shaking. I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes they knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. You may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm going to remember most. Yeah, just keep on going, and I gotta be strong. just keep on pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. It's the climb. It's the climb.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Frederick County Public Schools, Dr. Teresa Alvin.
Congratulations, 9th class of 2020. It is an honor to join you, your families, friends, teachers, and staff who have supported you on this journey to your high school graduation. I do not think any of us would have predicted the detour you had to take on your educational journey because of the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. It has definitely made your journey unique, unprecedented, and a true life-changing experience. This crisis changed many things, but we know that our 21st century world is constantly changing, even when things are normal. Your years in school have provided a foundation for learning that will enable you to continue to grow. You have learned many important lessons, as your classmates have shared with me. From Julia Milner, learning to surround myself with people who inspire and motivate me has been the most important lesson I have learned while in high school. My friends, teammates, teachers, and family not only support me with what I have done over the last 4 years, but have also motivated me to keep moving towards my goals with love and laughter. Without them, I feel as though I would have become lost and unmotivated. I know that I will continue to recognize this as I move into the future. From Giselle Arias, the most important lesson I learned in high school is that these 4 years really do fly by. So enjoy every last minute of it and take your work seriously and do your homework. From Henry Krager, I learned how to deal with criticism. The feedback a teacher gives may not be what you want to hear, but it is what you need to hear. I'll admit, it is hard listening to someone say that you are wrong. However, the best students are the ones that can learn from their mistakes and then fix them in the future. You eventually realize that every teacher was trying to help you succeed in high school, no matter what your previous conceptions of them were. I believe that the lessons you learned on your educational journey helped you to cope and adapt during this pandemic crisis. It is often said that a crisis reveals a person's true character. I think a crisis also builds our character, as we must rise to meet new challenges. That is definitely what happened for many members of the class of 2020. Here are some of your classmates' reflections on the valuable lessons they have learned by living through a crisis. From Giselle Arias, as a result of the pandemic crisis, I've learned to never take the little things for granted, like being able to see my classmates every day, going for a drive, or laughing with your friends until your stomach hurts. Personally, I've learned how sane school kept me, even though it could be stressful. But being with my friends that make me the happiest was something to look forward to every day. From Julia Milner, I have learned the importance of not worrying what is outside of my control. When I focus on how large this crisis really was, my mental health decreased. By recognizing what I can do within my control and focusing on the smaller side of things, I was able to look and appreciate what I have now and focus on a brighter future. I know this realization and experience will help me succeed in the future. From Lindsay Traceler. As a result of the pandemic crisis, I have learned to never take anything for granted. No one knew that March 13th would be our last day of high school, and even though I am thankful for my experiences, I wish I could relive some of them again. And from Henry Krager. Independence. I have had to learn how to fill this void COVID-19 has created in my life. With distance learning, it has been much harder to reach out to a teacher or a peer. It is not as easy as raising a hand anymore. As a result of social distancing, almost all of my outside activities have been taken away. I have found ways to deal with both of these issues, and I know for a fact that most of my peers have as well. I do believe this newfound independence stemming from this experience will benefit me moving forward. The class of 2020 has grown so much in 13 years, and in the last 3 months. You have sacrificed much during this crisis, and I hope you will reflect on what you have gained as well, just as your classmates have said it so eloquently. There is no doubt that your class will be remembered in history, yet I believe that the members of this class will be remembered not because you graduated during the pandemic of 2020, but because of how you rose from that crisis to become incredible leaders, thinkers, innovators, and compassionate global citizens. And so, Knights, class of 2020, now is your time to create positive change in the world. I wish you much success on your journey, and remember, make us FCPS proud of you.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Ray Gallagher from the Frederick County Board of Education.
A quote I stumbled across recently from a world-famous athlete says, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do." You, Middletown graduating class of 2020, demonstrate that you have what it takes to be successful, and not by accident. My name is Ray Gallagher, Board of Education member here in Frederick County, and I'm so honored to speak at your graduation as we celebrate and honor your past 13 years of educational successes. Here as we sit in the midst of a global pandemic, my guess is that none of you imagined that your senior year of high school would come to a close with continuity of learning, complete with Screencastify lectures, Google Classroom assignments, and parents as support teachers. Throughout the past 2 months, you missed many milestones, final seasons of spring sports, prom, awards and celebration ceremonies, and now this, your graduation. And yet, I know and believe that you will face the current obstacle as many of you face the challenges of your daily lives, with determination, with grit, with resilience, and with the past 13 years of educational experiences to help guide the next steps of your life's path, wherever that may be. Embarking on a job, seeking further education at community college or trade school, looking forward to going away to college, or entering into the service of military life. While the spring of 2020 may not be the storybook ending you envisioned for your K-12 career, there is greatness and opportunity in the next steps of your journey. Take the time to thank your parents, family members who are both grieving this ending and celebrating your wonderful accomplishment. To thank your teachers and educators who supported your tremendous growth. To reach out to friends, teammates, and coaches who were instrumental in carrying you through to this special moment. As you look ahead to your future, recognize that learning and education does not stop now. Now is when you begin to test out the lessons learned in the hallways, accomplished on the athletic fields, or seized in the classroom of Middletown High. You can be successful, whoever you are, as you work hard, learn from your experiences, and connect with new people every step of the way. Seek out those people who might experience life differently, promote a diversity of opinions, and profess political preferences opposed to your own. While there may be comfort in spending time with people who share the same ideas as you, there is opportunity for growth in seeking out those with completely different perspectives than your own. Seize those opportunities to open your mind, embrace continuous learning, and explore those paths that never seemed possible. This is your time. There is no other opportunity as ripe for self-reflection and reinvention as when you graduate from one phase of your life and enter into another. Remember, success is no accident. You can do this. Believe in yourself the same way that your teachers, your family, and all your supporters believed in you, cheered for you, and dreamed for you over the past 13 years. Congratulations on your successes and accomplishments here at Middletown High, and good luck as you head into the next phase of your life. You've got this.
One of the highlights of each Middletown graduation is the student address. This year, our address will be delivered by Miss Anushka Aliv.
This is our moment, the moment we've been waiting for. Today, we celebrate the culmination of 12 years of hard work. 12 years of learning, laughing, growing, and discovering. It wasn't all easy, though. Throughout those years, we've had to brave challenges such as tests and busy schedules, the Bird Box Challenge and Tide Pods, and, on a more serious note, coronavirus. Yet through it all, our unwavering night spirit persevered. Even during our weeks of quarantine, when we had to trade our night visors for masks, our classrooms for computers, our senior spirit never diminished. We stayed strong and stayed connected through calls, contributed to the community by making and distributing masks and other supplies, and sent our support to those who were affected. It is this connected strength that makes the Middletown Knights so strong and has seen us through all the way to today. Look around. Be proud. What an achievement this is. I congratulate you all on the work you've done to get here. Your achievements have been more than commendable. But think of this not as a finish line, but as the start of a new race. The diploma you will receive is not a piece of paper, but an invitation. Let it lead you to a world of wonder and achievement. Those drapes on your shoulders are not robes, but wings. Let them fly you where no one has dared fly before. As you move on to the next chapter of your life, be it college or otherwise, focus on pursuing what you love. Get out there, make something of yourself. Your worth will not be measured by the ink of transcripts or awards, but by the lasting mark you make on the world around you. The potential I see before me at this moment is infinite. After 12 years of anticipation, today has finally come. But what will tomorrow bring? That is for you to decide. Thank you and good luck.
In June of 1888, the Frederick County Board of Education proclaimed a high school has been established in Middletown and is now in successful operation. The original school is located in a house on Main Street next to the Lutheran Church Cemetery. And in 1891, the first graduating class crossed the stage. It consisted of 2 students. Now, this June, 129 years and several thousand graduates later, and judging by the young men and women that will receive diplomas this year, we are certainly still in successful operation. Graduates, much of what we celebrate today is family. Thank you to the parents of the class of 2020. You were their first teachers, and your home was their first classroom. I know that these kids gave you some long days and some long nights, but the years were always too short. And grandparents, when you look at these young men and women, realize that your patience, your love, your guidance, and your sacrifice have paid off. And know that Middletown High School will always support the brave men and women who defend freedom and liberty both at home and abroad. To all seniors who've chosen either to join a branch of the armed forces or to attend one of our nation's military academies, please know that we thank you for your service in defense of our country and our freedom. Standing at the front door of the school each morning, I've been able to see the sunrise on most days. And when the weather is right, you can see the mountains, the fields, the farms, the churches, the homes, all blanketed in a beautiful golden morning. You are the product of that landscape. Since 1888, the sun has risen on a Middletown high school. And in that time, it's been the birthplace of music, laughter, both broken and mended hearts, hellos, goodbyes, and lifelong friendships. These fields are green with the sweat and the tears of young people who entered as children and leave, as you have now, young men and women. Middletown High School has been the battery for the life of this community. Our school is more than bricks and mortar. It's more than colors and a mascot. It's every play, every prom, every game, and every class. It's in the love for your teachers and your coaches. And it's in the quiet moments of your lives which you've all shared here. In these last 4 years, many of you have found yourself. Now, it's time to go into this world and lose yourself into a purpose bigger than you. My hope is that today you leave us kinder and wiser, and you realize that a full life doesn't merely consist in the accumulation of perishable things, but truly a full life means reaching out to others with your time and your talent and lifting and building others up. For it is said, a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. These good people gathered in your homes to celebrate your success have shown you that meaningful, important things in life require humility, hard work, and sacrifice. The brightest mornings will always shine on Middletown High School, and our best days are still ahead. And graduates, your example this spring and your resilience will long be remembered in the history of this great school. Thank you for being part of her legacy. 129 years have passed since those two students became our first Middletown graduates. As they stepped out into their lives, those graduates knew then what we know now. The world always needs brave people. It needs people that will step up to the adversities of this world. The world isn't a kind place to live your life guided by fears. We all live with fear, but some choose not to live in fear. They live in their convictions. And although we may not meet again, we will always carry a piece of you, and you will carry part of us. I close with the words of St. Teresa of Calcutta, who we knew as the beautiful Mother Teresa. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today. Let us begin. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020. Dr. Albin, at this time I am pleased to announce that all the graduates before you have met the Maryland state requirements to earn their high school diploma, and I recommend them for graduation.
Anushka Ziana Aliv. Giselle Karina Arias. Travis Aaron Asbury. Brian Michael Atkinson. Alec Christopher Augustine. Connor Christian Austin. Zachariah Matthew Bacorn. Parker Stewart Bear. Kevin Matthew Baker. Morgan Page Baldwin. Emily Alyssa Bear. Jaden Michael Barnhart. Patrick Robert Beckman. Elijah David Berger. Jonathan Josue Bernal. Jaden Joy Beidel. Emma Catherine Biddle. Alexis Taylor Blazer. Jonathan Allen Blevins. Samuel Anton Bloom. Maxwell Anton Bloomberg. Bradley Aaron Bohannon. Glenarm DeWitt Bond. Kaylin Jade Bauer. Connor Thomas Boyle. Andrew John Bradley. Tyler Evan Bradshaw. Robert Nelson Bromwell.
Joshua Tyler Broll. Julie Elizabeth Burdett. William Ryan Bergensen. Sebastian Connor Swift Eagle Burgess. Annalise Elizabeth Burns. Dylan Thomas Burns. Gabriel Alexander Caldwell. Luca Giovanni Cariotti. Nikolai Thomas Church. Morgan Carol Semino. Tristan James Cipriani. Zachary John Clapper. Madeline Ray Clemmer. Hannah Rose Collins. Owen James Conley. Stephen Jaime Cordova. Jonathan David Cornell. Jeffrey Garrell Corin Jr. Claudia Kristen Cruey. Kayla Rain Dahlhaus. Sebastian Erie Dan. Jacob Patrick Daniels. Arian Das. Kaylin Ellis Dayhoff. Nicholas Anthony DeArchangelis. Shanna Nicole Dextrader. Nicholas Paul Dion. Laura Jean Dodson.
Mason Anthony Duty. Colby Lee Doreen. Devin Thomas Dronberg. Ethan Robert Durham. Lauren Faith Edsall. Madison Lee Elsbach. Victoria Allison Endicott. Jeremy Michael Farron. Cassidy Ruth Farrow. Joshua Michael Ferguson, Casey Elizabeth Fisher, Amelia Rose Fluck, Patricia Jean Fluck, Elijah Francisco Flores, Juliana Grace Foster, Kate Ellen Freshour, Warren Joel Funk, Abigail Grace Gailey, Audrey Elizabeth Ganley, Austin Wayne Ganley, Zachary Taylor Geyser, Megan Song Gilbert, Aiden Elizabeth Glover, Kylie Adele Gorman, William Harry Gauker, Hannah Catherine Green, Jordan Kaylee Green, Thomas Benjamin Gregg,
Catherine Elizabeth Griffith, Jillian Claire Grubb, Julia Marie Grubb, Isabella Grace Gussman, Anthony Eugene Haynes Jr., Harley Ann Halsey, Jacy Elaine Hamblin, Gabrielle Lee Harper, Jordan Mackenzie Hartman, Quinn Nathaniel Hayden, Philip Michael Hefner, Leah Jean Heon, Haley Ryan Hill, Victoria Faith Hofflinger, Liliana Jane Hoffman, Colin Joseph Hoddle, Zachary Alexander Hauk, Jordan Seth Hoy, Braden Patrick Hoyt, Lewis Hu, Grace Marie Humble, Abigail Rianne Jensen, Tristan Edward Jett, Caitlin Ann Jones, Aiden Nathaniel Joseph, Jackson J. Keel, Madeline Sophie Kiefhofer, Quinn Jameson Ketteringham,
Alexa Nicole Kaiser, Kylie Renee King, Alicia Margaret Kenna, Hannah Lee Kirby. Brandon Connor Klein. Caleb William Klein. Joshua Wesley Coons. Henry Lewis Blitz Krieger. Rithika Krishnamurthy. Matthew William LaFrance. Brooke Nicole Latner. Madison Elizabeth Leahy. Lauren K. Leatherman. Owen Matthew Letter. Paige Elizabeth Leidig. Allison Grace Lemasters. Carson David Claros Levitt. Carly Morgan Liebendorfer. Yiting Lin. Hannah Michelle Lindsay. Sarah Joy Linthicum. Jordan Brooke Long. Katarina Grace Lauren. Neha Mahashreshti. Brandon Joseph Malco. Drew Nicholas Malley. Connor Jacob March. Brendan David Martin.
Natalie Diana May. Benjamin David McBride. Colton Graham McCracken. Erin Elizabeth McCubbin. Wesley James McCauley. Caleb James Lee McCutcheon. Joseph Cullen McCutcheon. Jackson William McDaniel. Ryan Michael McGinnis. Evan Hayes McQuitty. Tyler Adam McVeigh. Madeline Rachel Menjivar. Tyler Jefferson Michael. Elena Marie Miller. Haley Nicole Miller. Catherine Mary Rose Miller. Ethan Diamond Mills. Julia Pauline Milner. Gloria Del Mondo. Joseph William Montgomery. Aubrey May Moxley. Nathan Davis Moynihan. Trenton Joseph Mrozinski. Jacob Ronald Mueller. Margaret Ellen Mueller. Trevor John Mullen, Sophie Arabella Naw, Jaron Daryl Nelson,
Timothy Kent Nicholson, Maria Anna Nikolaichik, Owen Michael Noble, Laura Danielle O'Connell, Eliza Nicole Pagine, Owen Giuseppe Panucci, Madison Ann Payne, Morgan Lee Payne, Ari Ann Danielle Paracino, Katina Ann Perkins, Sydney Jean Peters, Melanie Page Pick, Bryn Ellen Poffenbarger, Reese Hunt Poffenbarger, Audrey Ray Poffenberger, Cole Patrick Porter, Ethan George Powell, Nicole Danielle Powell, Farah Salahuddin Presatiawan, Jacob Elijah Pryor, Bridget Ann Pugh, Catherine Abigail Pusey, Natalie Adriana Quinones, Nina Rose Radonich, David Michael Rapp, Garrett Koblenz Ratliff, Maggie Ann Reed, Grace Marie Rittenauer,
Aloria Mackenzie Robinson, Daniel James Robeson, Olivia Grace Rogers, Tyler James Rourke, John Thomas Routson IV, Logan Patrick Rudez, Lauren Faye Runnels, Nathan Abraham Sandler, Connor Royalton Sano, Donald Lee Seville III, Sarah Elizabeth Schreiber, Jordan Miles Shako, Taro Benjamin Sharkey, Andrew Lee Shepard, Emmy Marie Shipley, Serena Sandeep Schersaker, Skylar Brianna Sue Slimmer, Lauren Sumner Smathers, Bonnie Gail Smith, Caleb Nathaniel Snyder, Tristan Alice Snyder, Drew Mason Sonafrank, Omar Anthony Sorto, Kendra Ray Souders, Madison Mackenzie Stewart, Charles Joseph Stokes, Wade Clark Stowers, Nathan Tyler Street,
Ashley Faith Lillar Sullivan, Veron Cornel Tala Bayard, Robert Anthony Tantardini, Alexis Brianne Taylor, Daniel Timothy Taylor, Samuel Schuyler Taylor V, Shane Benjamin Taylor, Peyton Riley Thompson, Michael John Allen Tobery Jr., Kyla Kame Leonalani Tom, Ashley Lynn Toms, William James Topper, Fiona Isabel Torok, Lindsay Joy Tressler, Tobias Charles Trevino, Vincent Alexander Troop, Nectarius John Sinones, Brandon Renee Vasquez, Stephen Tyler Velasquez, Dylan Thomas Verts, Brian Keith Walker Jr., Rachel Marie Washart, Carrie Grace Wazalowski, Noah Seth Weichert, Zachary Richard Harvey Wells, Joseph Ryan Whip Jr., Jaden Linnea White, Emma Ray Wilkinson,
Alexander David Wilson, Hannah Dawn Wilson, Adam Joseph Wolf, Kyle Lucas Wolf, Trent Jameson Wood, Destiny Marie Woolridge, Jake Andrew Warnham, Natalie Sophia Yancey, Lynn Yu, Esmet Eunice, Connor Thomas Zanlow, Camille Roseby Ziegler, Henry Michael Zimmerman,
Before we close today, the senior class would like to thank a very special group of people who have played major roles in successfully bringing them to this point in their lives. Thank you to all Middletown High School faculty and staff, past and present. We recognize that every adult that works in our building has been important to our graduates' education and their development into young men and women. Congratulations once again to the members of the class of 2020. You are now graduates of Middletown High School.